So, welcome to the Self-Enterpriser show or program.
Thank you for having me.
We're not editing, but we'll start that over. Welcome to the Self-Enterpriser program.
Insert logo here.
Today we're going to do a ListRiff challenge with my co-host, Colleen, Davie, James. And now, if you're wondering what the difference is between a guest and a co-host, a guest is supposed to be very well behaved, and a co-host can just call me names if she wants to. So.
How do you say your last name? Is it Charbonneau?
It is Charbonneau, yes.
It's very Louisiana. Very.
Yeah.
Dave Charbonneau.
Montreal, you know that area right there.
Yeah, all those, yes.
So tell me, well, let me do this. Let me define a self-enterpriser as a term that I made up. So maybe some people that have not heard that term, but yes, here it is. The official definition. A self-enterpriser is someone who discovers what they love to do and then figures out how to get paid to do it. So, Colleen, would you consider yourself a self-enterpriser?
I would, Dave. I would indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is that? Tell me what you do.
Well, I do many things. I act, I direct, I produce, I coordinate films, commercials. And so what I've done is I've created this company called Ace Your Video, which helps other entrepreneurs make high quality marketing videos. So I have different levels to that business. I have a DIY course, which is a very, very basic course for people who are scared to get on camera, can't stand themselves on camera, don't know how to hold a camera, don't know which way to point it. Maybe not that bad. But I have a very basic course. And then I also make videos for people. So I will create your opt-ins, your funnel launches. I'll create your videos for you. I'll private coach you. And I also go to brick and mortar businesses around New York and Brooklyn and offer to do, put a package together for them to have videos online.
That's the brick and mortar that's right behind you. So,
yeah,
right.
I love bricks. It's New York.
Good. Well, I was actually at Home Depot this morning looking for something to put behind me besides a white wall. And I could just hate the white wall.
Watch out. When you start getting involved in backdrops, it's addictive.
Yeah, I know. I'm going through, I'm like, ooh, I could do this. And pretty soon I'm like hanging stuff and it's awful. So
yeah. Well, it's fun.
So if somebody has a question on video, basically, and they're an entrepreneur or they want to be an entrepreneur, they go to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. That's the idea. Marketing, it's video. So, video translates into anything video, but marketing video specifically, because if you're using video to promote your brand in any way, that's marketing. So it's a scary term, I think, for some people. Marketing video.
Right. Now, did you create this? You said, hey, I enjoy video, so I need to create something, or did this something kind of find you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It came to me because I was at Lori Harder is a fitness competitor, and I was in her fitness group, an online group. And as part of that, she was sort of moving away from her fitness, just coaching women and just giving them like routines and stuff to do it. And she's very empowering for women in terms of fitness and mindset. So she put together this thing called the Bliss Project. And I don't know why I went, because it was over on the West Coast, but it was just some instinctive thing. And I went there, and one of the women who spoke at it, her name is Christy Calbos. She, everything she said was just laser focused into my heart. And I was like, oh my God, I need to work with her. I don't know what we're going to do, but I need to work with her. And so I've been working with her for the last year. And one of the first things that happened was first of all, she saw that I was in this corporate office and that it was sucking my soul. Like you could see it leaving, And the next thing she said was, well, what do you love to do? And she came up with the idea of creating a course, like the group course, just for a little extra income. But it's ballooned into this whole company, this whole, with all of these elements. So
very cool. All right. We are about to do a ListRiff challenge. You up for this?
Yeah.
I have rules.
I don't follow them, but we could read them.
You need to know what they are if you're going to break them, right?
Oh, that's true.
Okay. All right. So, ListRiff challenge. I have a list of real challenges found from real people on the real internet. All right. My co-host and I, Colleen and Dave, will each write down 10 ideas for solutions for one of these challenges. Now, once we've reached 10, we will hit enter into our conference chat. And when once both lists are posted, we'll discuss the ideas, and we'll either pat ourselves on the back or we'll hang our head in shame.
Right.
So,
okay. So, is there more?
No.
Okay. So let me make sure I got this right. You're going to read out a problem someone has. We're then going to individually write out 10 solutions, which is hard. 10's a lot. But I'm not going to hit enter after each one. They're going to be followed by a comma or something.
You can do it however you want. It's just, right. If you're seeing my ideas come up as you're typing yours,
I'll be like, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to, the solution doesn't have to do with video, right? It could, but it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to. It can be it can be anything you want.
Okay.
I thought we'd do a test in your field of expertise. We'll just do a warm up, a 5-question or 5-idea warm up.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what that is in a second. And then I had what I have for you. There was something else that I thought of while you were talking, and then I thought, I shouldn't be thinking in my head. I should listen to what you're saying. And wouldn't you know it, I lost what I was saying. And I shouldn't do this because it makes huge hands. Huge hands. Yes.
That's okay. It'll come back to you. Whatever.
All right.
So 5. All right. You know what I was thinking is that next time for your co-host, you should let them have this in advance because you have it in advance, so you are at an advantage.
Well, I have the one that I wrote for you, and I've thought of that. And so what I've done is I've asked other people for ideas. I've come up with some of my own, and then I've just made a big enough list of concepts that we could explore that I really don't, I'm not going to have time to go through all of those and figure out
solutions. All right, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here for whoever this person is. We're not here to compete.
Well, we could compete. I mean, we could see who comes up with the 10 first, and then the other person has bragging rights.
Okay.
All right, here's our topic. We're each going to come up with 5 ideas for increasing energy levels before appearing on a podcast or video cast.
What is the PG rating of this? What is the rating scale here?
I'd say 13. We'd go PG.
13 years old? Okay.
You can pretty much say what you want to say, and I won't.
I'll try to avoid cursing. Okay. So 5 ideas for increasing energy levels before appearing on a video. Okay.
All right, let's go. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Stop.
What?
They don't have to be good ideas.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you said that.
They can be silly ideas. They can be bad ideas. And the reason for that, I got to put that on my rules. Silly ideas. Okay. I think I had that on my rules, and then, you kind of like take things out so that it's not so long. Silly ideas, especially bad ideas, are encouraged. I think what that does is it opens up the mind to be creative and, are more likely to end up with 1 or 2 great ideas.
Good ones, right, yeah.
Bad ideas. All right, so let's just try that again. 5, 4, go.
All right, let's see here. To increase your energy.
Dang. I'm on 2.
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to hit enter yet.
All right.
No,
is that all your list? Did you get 10?
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, I'm on like 2. So
that's okay.
There's 5 things. 10 total. Let's see what we have here.
I love that we both had us yelling something.
Yeah. Freedom!
Yeah. And we both had talking to someone, like you had someone you hadn't spoken to in a long time, and I had someone you really, really like. So, whatever it is, it gives you.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of imagine that. I used to do that. I was in outside sales, and sometimes we had to call people that we didn't know, and I hated cold calling. And so that's how I would get through it was.
Pretend like that.
I'm going to call my friend Johnny, and we haven't talked in a long time. It's going to be so great. And when guy gets on the phone, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he's just like, tone it down a notch.
I know you. Right.
It's really bad when you say, hey, do you remember the time in that back alley when we chased those guys that they turn around and start chasing us? Oh, man.
Yeah, like, oh,
Yeah, it really loses its kind of power. Let's see, a great music playlist. I like that. That's something I actually often forget in my daily life. It really helps me in everything. Just it's kind of that caffeine and music. I mean, really,
like,
those two
yeah.
things.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it changes your brain.
Oh, we both did. So we both got the yelling. Okay. Now that could be dangerous because in your neighborhood.
Well, honestly, no one looks twice. You can do anything here, and people just, that's it.
You might be safer if you're actually talking to yourself or yelling.
Than if you talk to anyone else. That's probably true.
Yeah. I got this. I got this. Damn it. People are like, oh.
Woohoo! You got to throw woohoo in there.
Yeah. Talk to someone you really like. Boogie dance like John Travolta. Nice.
That.
Hey, I like that. Pretend to be someone else while reading your lines, like Christopher Walken. Okay, so how would you pretend to be like Christopher Walken?
I can't do Christopher Walken. Let's see. Let's see. Well, you could pretend to be British, so you could just go through your whole bit, but like someone who's British, right? And then you get a little bit more energy, and also you might change the way you deliver it when you do it yourself.
See, the problem I have with that, and I think it's a great idea, but for me personally, I kind of absorb anything that I'm watching. So, like, if my wife is watching Downton Abbey, and I'm trying to watch it and trying to like it, because apparently it's a great show, I start thinking with a British accent.
Okay.
Just there, so I could end up bringing that to my show, but it might be all right.
I don't know. I bet you could turn it off.
Yeah, maybe. It's like boogie dancing like John Travolta. I couldn't turn that off. Well, first of all, I couldn't turn it on.
You should turn it on between takes. Just every time you cut, you just do a little boogie dance and get back on camera. Because the hard part is actually maintaining the energy throughout the shoot, not just at the beginning.
Right. Okay, jump on a trampoline. I mentioned this to my wife. She says, oh, we should buy a trampoline.
I like that. I like her. She's like, yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
I love trampolines.
It wasn't so much for me, but for our kids, because our neighbors had a trampoline, but our neighbors just moved.
Oh, so now you don't have one.
Right.
That's sad. Yeah, you should totally get one.
Like having a friend with a boat and then they leave the state or something. It's just tragic.
The boat's worse.
And then ingesting caffeine, that's a given. Run and smile. I was just trying to get those last two in. I was feeling behind.
That's okay. I can actually add workout beforehand. That gives energy.
Yeah. Now, you probably get this a lot, but I feel like I'm talking to like the child of, I don't know, Reba McEntire, Jamie Lee Curtis, like they had a child together. You hear that a lot?
Well, you were kind enough to say the child of. Yesterday, someone goes, Reba, I thought Reba walked by. And then I was in the elevator here in my building, and someone she didn't even talk to me. She talked to the woman she was with. She goes, doesn't she look like that actress from The Parent Trap? Which is Jamie Lee Curtis. And all I could do was go, holy shit, how old was Jamie Lee Curtis when they shot that she's saying I look like her? I was like, wasn't she 60?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, you'd like them to do an earlier production. Right?
Exactly. Like what was the one where she was, dancing all sexy with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Like, why can't they do that?
It'll come to me later when we're done, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right, so that's how the program goes. So this time we're doing 10 ideas.
All right.
It's pretty easy to get to 3, 5, 7, all right, 10. That's when you got to start thinking about it. So.
Well, the truth is, I took stand-up. I took a class with this guy over at Caroline's on Broadway, and one of the main things he had us do was you would write a setup, and your punchline, you had to have 10 of them. You had to keep going until you had 10, and the best stuff came out at 9 and 10.
I'm at a tremendous disadvantage here. Yeah, I think that's when people have meetings and they're accepting ideas from everybody around the room. you're getting the 1 through 3 ideas. You're not even getting close to the 10 ideas. So I like this concept. People can use it not only to find out that, oh, hey, I have some ideas of my own that can work for my business.
Yeah.
But we can get together with friends. Matter of fact, in our community, that's one of the things that we do is we get together and ListRiff ideas together, just
That's
like
good.
this, or whether it's on video or just writing them out.
That's great.
Here's the problem as it was presented to me. As a therapist in private practice who takes insurance, I can run into a cash flow problem. Okay. I converted that into a question: how to take a current professional skill set and earn beyond what insurance is dictating a person should get paid.
Well, those are two different things, aren't they? Should I just go with yours? Because
yes, we're converting it into a question of
is the question about cash flow? Because I understand that, because it takes a long time for insurance to pay them.
when I repeated her question back, when I repeated this to her, how to take a skill set and earn beyond what you're doing in your office, what you're doing in your day job. How can you take, and we can use that. We can use a therapist as a base for that. And how else can they make money?
So their skill set being a therapist, and how can they make more money
How can they make more money outside of what they're doing in their office? Or not necessarily outside of what they're doing in their office, but outside of what insurance is dictating that they should be paid.
Okay.
Now I know it's not easy, but these are real question, real people. Remember? I know I'm giving you time to think. This is not fair.
Oh, I'm typing.
Oh, you're going already?
Was I supposed to wait? Okay, how to take a current skill set and earn beyond what insurance is dictating a person should get paid. See, again, that's like, I'm going to have a few things because to me, that means a few different things.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. All right.
That's 10. All right. So, how do we do this?
Let's see. Jump on a trampoline. That's what
Any therapist is going to make more money doing that.
True. That would be kind of interesting. Let's jump on a trampoline while we're doing therapy. Man,
Right?
we could be onto something.
That's what that pillow therapy is, right? Where you punch something with a pillow.
Right.
I guess it's anger therapy, anger management.
Right. But you don't punch a trampoline. That's not good.
No.
All right. So you mentioned holding seminars, charging per person. I like that. I have something like that as well. So let me tie those together. What was it? My number 8, host a live event with other therapists as well as other professionals. Topic.
And I had executive coaching. Let's see.
Go to corporations, coach confidence or executive coaching. Yeah, I like that. Have some clients who don't use insurance. Yeah, we talked about that, kind of a pay-as-you-go or a package.
Right.
Package.
I was just thinking, which is similar to like my number 9, I think, which is, or my 8, I don't know, since I didn't number them, to basically find more affluent people to come into your office. Like if the people that are, to advertise, I put that at the end, is like run advertisements since you can be very specific about how much money people make and what kind of credit cards they use, you can honestly just try and change your clientele over that way.
Right.
It's probably hard with therapy. It takes a long time to find the right mix, but.
Yeah, but if she's already at the level that she's at and just looking to go beyond that, then she's got nothing to lose there. And which might just be a matter of redirecting her focus on more specific niches of people. Like I'm sure she has a specialty. I'm sure that she has certain kinds of people in whatever kind of, whether it be a business or if there's, NFL players that are always coming to her, like, so that she could target more specifically an audience that has money, that doesn't necessarily need the insurance, Right.
Reach your people.
Yeah, and the other Let's see, you had mentioned something on here. Speaking engagements. What that made me think of, and you could take any one of these topics, and let's say the therapist enjoys speaking in front of other people, or they enjoy writing. You could take any of those topics and ListRiff again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Start with that, and now we're going to make a subset, and we're going to come up with 10 ideas. How can I get speaking? Not you and I, but that person can come up with 10 ideas of how to get speaking engagements for a therapist.
Yep.
And or again, find a ListRiff partner and come together. You'll come up with several ideas for that.
Yeah.
Create an ecourse similar to something that I'd come up with. I think that's great. Big pain, but you mentioned a big pain topic for people in this field. Good point. Pain, solving problems is really what sells.
Yeah.
Or at least grabs their attention. And all right.
And then making people understand your value, which, it's like that's just more of the pain point solution, the benefits. It's like all the benefits people are getting. They have to understand, because a lot of times people don't understand the true benefits of therapy. They just know they feel better when they come out. They got a little further, but to actually understand how far they've come, if they had to write their own testimonial for this person, what would they say? That's what somehow getting people to acknowledge your value is what you want.
Right. I was just writing testimonials as you said that. You can get testimonials from your own, from your current existing clients. You have that kind of relationship with them.
Right.
And use those to market yourself outside of your current situation.
Yep, very true. So you had a course, you had a newsletter.
I kind of like that. I'm glad you just kind of took the reins right there, because you read mine, I read yours. This is good.
Yeah. I like the newsletter fee-based. I mean, I don't know how much you can get for it, but it's more than you're getting, right? So right. One-on-one counseling over the phone. Yeah, that's true. Or Skype. I know a guy in Paris that Skypes with my brother. It's like, why not? So you can go all over the world with that.
Right.
Apply therapy skills to specific business challenges. So does that mean like going into a business and solving issues in a specific business with your therapy skills?
What number are you looking at here?
7.
Number 7. Either going into a business or doing something online where it's a package. Any of the other things that writing a book, anything could be applied to that, and say how does therapy apply to being a business owner as a solopreneur or a partnership or a specific type of business.
Okay. I like it. Host a live event with other therapists as well as other professionals. Yeah, so that's actually more of like a telesummit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put that on there because that can be virtual or show up, right? And it'll be, if they're doing a telesummit or something for people in their field, then it's tax deductible for all those people as well. So that's another benefit to it. Let's see. Help someone else write a book on their recovery process. Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I might read that.
I would, if a therapist helped someone write that book. Yeah, because then you'd write your issue and then how it broke down.
The journey from the patient's side. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah.
And then teach other therapists how to make extra money, just like you. And then 11, charge for a year, no insurance. Yeah. Yeah, because if you have that money coming in, you're probably going to be better off than if you're taking insurance, honestly.
Yeah, I
people
agree.
come less often, especially with insurance, questioning it. If you go once, they're like, okay. If you go twice, they're like, what? Are you sure you needed that? Can you prove it? Can you show me your leg is missing?
Please take a picture of your missing leg. Wait a minute. Yeah.
It's missing. Let's see. Get testimonials and market yourself towards these other ideas. What is that? Yeah. Yep. And get really narrow on your niche. Yep. Okay.
All right.
I think we solved her problems.
Yeah, she's pretty much a gazillionaire. Like
okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I thought you were saying now. I was like, oh, she didn't need us.
Yeah, no. I don't know anything about her. Just random. I asked a question on Facebook, and she was foolish enough to answer. And
Sure.
but we're grateful. We're grateful for her question.
Very. That made
And
me
you have
actually
some other things on here too. Create a brand that is in demand. Be the guru and go-to person. I think that's in alignment with a lot of what both of us are saying. Is just make yourself something other than working in a
and the
space.
therapist in the office.
Yeah. And I like that. If she's at that point where she's, if she's at capacity, she's got some income.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's got some leeway to try some of this stuff and not really worry about if it fails or not, or, or if she likes it.
Right.
And work with some things, see if she likes it. And again, take some, well, how do I write a book? Well, there's lots of courses and stuff on that, but make a list of 10 things of how could I write a book, or what would the book be about?
Yeah, it's more, I would start brainstorming on what would I write if I was writing a book? What would it be about?
Yeah. And I wouldn't imagine that the book would make a lot of extra money. The book would be great as a tool to get those speaking engagements.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's lots of ways to get speaking engagements. Check around local universities and colleges, high schools for that matter, and just get some experience at it, and then start moving into corporate or Chamber of Commerce events or whatever's interesting to you, and just apply those.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I will close us out.
Okay.
And thank you, Colleen.
Thanks for having me.
Wait. How do people get a hold of you? I didn't cover that.
They can go to my website,
Yes.
which is aceyourvideo.com. You can find me on Facebook at aceyourvideo, and you can email me at Colleen at aceyourvideo.com. It's COLLEN.
COLLEN.
At aceyourvideo. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm seeing a pattern here.
Ace Your Video?
Your video.
Yeah.
Like you have some kind of sort of attachment or something to this.
No, just it's my company. That's all. That's the only attachment.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. I want to thank our viewers for being here as well. If you would like, Colleen, I believe you said you would be joining our community. So if you want to get in touch with Colleen and further this conversation or see what she's up to, you can meet her inside the online Facebook community. And or if you're looking for ListRiff partners, accountability partners, or you just want to be around other people who are in business making things happen, join us, and we'll see you there. Thanks for your time, Colleen.
Wonderful. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
This is where we look around. How do I turn this off?
I don't know how to turn it off.
All right, I will push this button here.
Okay, bye.